Any pictures look mad different.
Is it? Like different, taller, because I'm wearing flats.
No. More like...
Like, you know, before Andrea came along, I was so sad to tell Daddy everything. But what's the point, you know? I'll never be good enough for him.
That's not. I actually thought lightings were easier to handle. What's your mouth?
What is it we're doing here? Like, are you even looking for a relationship?
Why have you got to come on that bike? Seriously.
I'm here. Look, I don't want to hurt anyone. I tried my best to change, and that... Well, most people are always behind.
Oh my God, it's higher.
You need to stop looking at character and personality.
I think I'm beautiful. Yeah, but they don't see it. You know? They can't see my beauty because of my shade. It's like there's some acceptable shade of beauty, and I'm not it. I'm not it.
And you can clap now. Osigwe, the director for this year's 14th British Urban Film Festival and the 5th British Urban Film Festival BUF Awards. I am delighted to welcome you all here to our BUF 2019 Press Night surroundings here at the Crown Plaza, King's Cross. Those of you joining us for the first time, we welcome you. To our esteemed guests and BUF alumni, good to have you here for the biggest date in the BUF calendar outside of the festival. Now, if you're not familiar with the area, just outside of here is the main sorting office of Royal Mail in Mount Pleasant. Back down there, you'll find Gough Street, which is where LBC used to have their radio studios back in the day. And across from there is Gray's Inn Road, where you'll find the headquarters of ITV and ITN. So as you can see, the area is a hotbed for news, which is why we're here this evening to bring you our own BUF News Bulletin. I'm quite a comedian, you know. I wrote with the lines as well. Right, on to the serious stuff. So tonight I'll be announcing 52 film selections, 3 script selections, and the recipient of this year's BUF Honorary Award. I'll also be announcing groundbreaking changes to the format of this year's BUF Awards, which will see 48 out of this year's film selections in competition. I'll also be announcing our new festival partners for this year, plus details about a new broadcast deal for BUF. So a lot to get through before the hour is up, and we start screened at Odeon Holloway Road from the 1st to the 6th of September. So as they say in bingo halls, eyes down. Here we go. Lara and the Beat. directed by Tosin Coker. Actually, save the claps at the end because there's 52 of these. Breathe, directed by Louise Marie Cook. Not a Soul, directed by Fidar Al-Mahdi. Stuck, directed by Brahim Prophet. Living, directed by Marcellus Cox. Oathbound, directed by Ola Ronio. Down, directed by Gary Crystal. Naresh, directed by Tuhin Basu. Amanda, The Great British Race Off, directed by Natasha Jatanya. Left Behind, directed by Amir Idris. No Exposure, directed by Marcus Thomas. The Trespasser, directed by William Alexander Boyd. Grounding, directed by Remy Moses. Special Delivery, directed by Rob Hackett. Voice of Reason, directed by Antoine Allen. Rise Up, directed by Christina Birchall. Dear Mr. Shakespeare, directed by Shola Amu. Wilson, directed by John Ogunwiwa. Cash Point, directed by Monique Needham. The Evolution of Us, directed by Arman Baba Ali. Brexecuted, directed by Chris Shepherd. Eli, directed by Colin Gerard. Dora, directed by Sogol Afshar. Blackout, directed by Serena Chloe Gardner. Regrets, directed by AJ Sykes. And we're only halfway. Journey, directed by Rachel Caden. Hatima, directed by Funke Alifiateo and Damilola Babalola. We were talking. Kindred, directed by Janet Marriott. There, directed by Ollie Blower. Song for Our People, directed by Mustafa Khan. ID Project, directed by Richard Etienne. Block and Censor, directed by Away Chen. Directed by Elias Williams. Dr. Sugar, directed by Paul Saliba. Fam, directed by Carl Romanek. The Rockstar, directed by Vinay Jaiswal. Pretty Ass White Girl, directed by John Eddings. Beautiful Nightmare, directed by Brittany Williams. Mouth to Mouth, directed by Taylor John Marshall. Paparazza, directed by Aurora Fernley. Bodymore, directed by Darren Mallet. Accidental Damage, directed by Lavinia Simina. Stray Dog, directed by Luke Hefferman. Colonial Gods, directed by Dee Reese. Involuntary Activist, directed by Mikhail Bunsen. So there they are. Those are the 52 films that will be screening at Odeon Holloway Road from Sunday the 1st to Friday the 6th of September. Tickets will be going on sale from tomorrow. Now, I'm delighted to say that both Lizette Johnson from Screen Space and Jessie Quinones, who not only has teach at Met Film, but has won multiple Buff Awards as a director and co-produced Buff's first feature, No Shade, will be presenting the Best Short Film Award at this year's ceremony. Also new to this year's Buff Awards is the return of the Best Documentary category, for which 4 films have been nominated at this year's ceremony. They are Song for Our People, ID Project, Block and Censor, and The Mayor's Race. Applause. I will now announce which 3 scripts have been shortlisted for a live reading at Met Film School on Thursday the 5th of September. The winning writers will also each receive a Buff Award at this year's ceremony at the London Montcalm Marble Arch Hotel on Saturday the 7th of September.
Nice.
They are Asylum by Eno Enyafria, Any of you? Always get that one. Raped by Malcolm Solomon. And Loyalty by Joe Southwell. But that's not all, folks. As promised, it's time to announce this year's recipient of the Honorary Award, the highest accolade that is bestowed on an outstanding individual for their significant contribution to British urban film. Before we reveal all, here's what we call a buff package to show you what it means to win this most prestigious of honours.
Ladies and gentlemen, to receive the inaugural British Urban Film Festival Honorary Award.
To receive the 2016 British Urban Film Festival Honorary Award.
Ladies and gentlemen, to receive the 2017 BT British Urban Film Festival Honorary Award.
To receive the 2018 British Urban Film Festival Honorary Award. On behalf of the late, great Richard Pryor, it is an absolute pleasure to welcome on stage his daughter.
It is my absolutely unadulterated pleasure to welcome on stage.
Get out your seats and welcome on stage.
Please be outstanding as I welcome with joy onto this stage, Miss Brain Pryor.
Mr. Will Johnson.
And so to this year's recipient.
Oh, lovely.
Noel Anthony Clark, actor, writer, producer and director, who is to receive the 2019 British Urban Film Festival Honorary Award in recognition of more than 20 years spent working in the film and TV industry. The 43-year-old, who currently stars alongside actor Ashley Waters in Bulletproof on Sky One, will accept the honour at the British Urban Film Festival Awards 2019 on Saturday the 7th of September. Richard Pryor, Will Johnson, Ashley Waters and Amara Santi, who have enriched the British Urban Film Festival with their talents, their spirits and their supreme work ethic. The UK owes Noel Clark a huge debt of gratitude for single-handedly kick-starting a revolution in the UK film industry. The British Urban Film Festival would not be the beacon that it is if it wasn't for Noel Clark. As an actor, his performances continue to leave an indelible mark on audiences and critics far and wide. As a black British producer, he is one of a rare breed who has grossed multiple £1 million+ movies at the box office. As a writer and director, his vision is the mark of a true genius. As a student of the business, Noel continues to be an inspiration to me and to millions. To be receiving this award from the British Urban Film Festival. It's not every day that you get honoured by your film peers, and so to be joining an elite list of recipients, including people that I count as friends, including Will Johnson and Ashley Waters, is all the more satisfying. Thank you, Buff. A reminder that this year's Buff Awards ceremony, which will be hosted by radio presenter Linda Egwekwe. Say hello, Linda. with special guest presenters Ashley Waters, Will Johnson and Femi Oyeniro, will be taking place on Saturday the 7th of September at the London Montcalm Marble Arch Hotel. Tickets go on sale tomorrow. Also new to the programme for this year's festival, for the British Urban Film Festival, there's no better time to show what it means to lead the way in diversity and inclusion than to partner with the Iris Prize LGBT+ Film Festival. Based in Cardiff, the festival awards the largest short film prize in the world, the prestigious £30,000 Iris Prize. Now, in partnership with BUFF, a selection of short films funded by the Iris Prize has been curated to screen at BUFF 2019 on Friday the 6th of September in London. The short films, which you can watch at Odeon Holloway Road, are Colonial Gods, Involuntary Activist and Burger. Also screening will be this year's BUFF nominated short for the Iris Prize Best British Short, and the nomination goes to Fee, starring Monroe Bergdorf and directing £1,000 worth of sound post-production on their next film from Pinewood Studios. So many congratulations, Gwen. And this is what she's known for.
Bless you.
So this year's Irish Prize Festival takes place in Cardiff from the 8th to the 13th of October, and BUFF will be there. Partner for this year's festival is London Live, now in its 5th year as a broadcaster. Now, BUFF and London Live joined forces in August 2015, and over a 3-year period, the broadcaster acquired 10 films from the festival, with many more shown on TV, which were previous festival selections. This September, London Live will be screening 4 BUFF curated short films as part of its film festival strand, which showcases London-based film festivals. Full listings of workshop labs at Met Film School from the 2nd to the 4th of September. Now, Met Film is located on the former site of Ealing Studios in West London, and amongst the labs that you, the audience, can take part in are the following: how to shoot a feature film using a mobile phone with Cassius Rayner, that's on the 2nd. On the 3rd, how to budget and produce a feature film with Chantal Rochester. I've lost track of dates. Where are we? 4th. Is it 4th? Yes, it is. Script writing, completing your first feature film script with my wife. And so on this American Independence Day, we bring this part of the BUFF 2019 press night to a close. But before we do, I have one more announcement to make. Honestly. Now, as I said earlier, 48 films are going to be in competition at this year's festival. So I've already announced the 4 films that are nominated for Best Documentary. There will also be 4 films nominated in the Best Feature category, which will be renamed the Victor Adiboden Best Feature category in memory of the late great Victor, who passed away far too soon last year. So this year's nominees for Best Feature are Lara and the Beat, Accidental Damage, Stray Dog and Faces. The acting nominations will be announced at a later date. 40 short films will be in competition for the best short category, which this year is being sponsored by one of our new festival partners, the Met Film School in London. I'm delighted to say Lizette Johnson, representing Met Film, is here. Audiences who attend on each day will watch and vote for their favourite short film. The winning filmmakers from each of the 4 programming blocks will be granted entry into the BUFF Awards ceremony on Saturday the 7th of September, where one of them will win the award after a second private vote is cast by the BUFF board. Now, in a statement also released today, Johnny Percy, director at Met Film, said, "We are delighted to be partnering with the British Urban Film Festival. BUFF's commitment to working with and supporting emerging filmmakers echoes our own ethos of developing and nurturing a new generation of creative screen professionals and entrepreneurs. We are proud to be working alongside an organisation that is championing independent urban cinema and which is cutting through the artificial boundaries that exist in society and which so often get in the way of such brilliant cultural endeavours and their intended audiences. Within this context, we are pleased to share our expertise in content creation and film production with BUFF, its supporters and guests." And that is it. No more surprises. So there it is, there's the dates, there's the venues. Congratulations to all of this year's chosen filmmakers, writers, nominees and recipients. Start tweeting, the hashtag is BUFF 2019, race to BUFF 2019, fabulous, buffness awaits, and whichever one you'd like to create using the word buff, be creative, that's why you're all here. So get cracking. Like I said, tickets go on sale tomorrow, so do go to the website. There's loads of ways to get access to 52 films, 3 script readings, and the BUFF Awards ceremony with Noel Clark. Thank you to all the boys and girls behind the scenes who've been working around the clock to make tonight all possible. A special thanks to James, Igor, and the team here at Crown Plaza for making us feel welcome. Thank you, guys. Thank you to our sponsors and official partners. And my thanks to everyone here in the audience for coming. Hope you took advantage of the free drink. You did?
Yes, of course.
Good. The BUFF 2019 press night has been a AAA film and TV presentation. BUFF 2019 starts in 59 days' time. The fastest and simplest way to buy your tickets for any of our events in September is via the BUFF website, www.buffffestival.com. Buffness awaits. The rest of the evening. Goodbye.